So for this video, we're going to talk about how to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. So this isn't really that difficult of a concept, but it's one of those that's sort of harder to do when you actually do it. So really quickly, to talk about exactly what surface area is finding the area of a surface of a figure that it has three-dimensional space. So example, if I had a box and I wanted to know the area of the surface, because I wanted to wrap it, I needed to know how much wrapping paper I had, I would find the surface area to do that. Well, not really, I would just guesstimate, but if you really wanted to know, that's how you would do it. So for this, you are going to find the area of each side. A lot of people look at this question, they're like, oh, it's a volume question, and I'm like, it is not. So when you do this, it's going to be a little bit detailed of a explanation, but let's just get into it. So to do this, you need to find the area of the front and the back, the two sides, and then the top and the bottom. Okay, so really quickly, let's just go into what that looks like. So if I have a shape, right, let's just say that this is a box. I have the front here, right, and then there's also the back here. Okay, I'm hoping that you guys can really see this here, what I mean. So the front being the front part of that and the back. So if I look at that and I really think about a front of a box and the back of the box has essentially the same area. So I only have to find the area of the front and then say, okay, what's that times 2, or what is that plus each other? And then I have the area for the front and the back. So to do that, I look at the front and I say, okay, well, I have 6 yards at the bottom and 4 yards at the top. So the area of that is 6 times 4, okay, which equals 24. Now, I have the front and the back, so I'm going to multiply that by 2, and that is 48. Okay, so if you see what I'm doing here, I have the area times 2 will give me the answer of what it is, the combined total of that. So that's the front and the back. Okay, so now I'm going to look for the two sides. So I have this side here and this side there. So if I look at that, well, that side has a width of 2, and again, it has a height of 4. So I'm going to say 2 times 4. That equals 8. Okay, so that is the side, that's the area of one side. But there's 2 of them, because there's 2 sides, this one and this one, and that's 16. So again, I'm going to go really quickly and say, well, that's the whole, this is times 2, and then this is the area of the side. Okay, I'm going to erase that real quick. And then I really do have to write this out, y'all, every time I do it, the top and the bottom, because I straight up forget every time I do it. So the top and the bottom is right here and then right here. Okay, so the top has a width of 6, and then a lot of times people say, oh, it's times 4. No, that would be the front again, right? So you would say, okay, well, I have a width of 6, and this over here, well, length of 6 and a width of 2. So I say, okay, well, 6 times 2 is 12, times 2 is 24. Okay, so all of that together, let me highlight this again so that people can see it, for those of y'all that are visual learners. So again, this is the area of each, I'm going to call it a side, and then the 2 of each, and then these are your totals. Okay, now, you are not done yet. It is the surface area of the whole thing. So you need to add up 48 plus, wow, I'm going to make this look nicer. Zoom in a little bit. So 48, if it will let me write today, 48 plus 16 plus 24. And I'm going to put this in my calculator because I am always telling someone the wrong thing. At least I feel like I'm going to. It's a fear of mine. This together is 88. Okay. So this is all of the sides, all of the areas of each side of this figure added together. Now, you put this here. One of the most things, like I see people do this all the time. They put 88 and then they put yards cubed. This is not volume. This is surface area. Please do not get the whole question correct and then put yards cubed or yards. Area is always squared. I know it looks like a volume question, but it is indeed yards. Y'all, this update is not nice to me writing. Yards squared. Okay. So that is all you need to know for this question. If you want another explanation, I'll be happy to help you with that. But just remember, you're doing all of these. It is the area of each. Take the time to write it out because I see people a lot of the time make really, really silly mistakes and they get it wrong. So hopefully this will help. Take the time to do this correctly. Take your time. Slow down. You'll be fine. And you'll be great. All right. Good luck, guys.